I've seen shadows moving across.
It was tall and it came out.
Whoa! Holy crap!
There's some shit going out in that hallway.
That was out in the hall.
Yeah.
That ball flew down the hall and hit me. You'll get a lot of laughing, a lot of giggling.
Holy
What
So
is
did
going
mine.
on?
Oh, something touched my arm. Oh my God.
So you brought us here to Alton, Illinois. I have an idea of why, but what's going on?
This season we've been focused on some of our favorite haunted locations, and
Mhm.
I thought, man, we can't do that without coming back to the Mineral Springs Hotel.
Yay, I'm excited.
You know, first time we came here, you and I got iced in.
Yeah,
The rest of the team got stuck, the bridge closed. We had this massive place to ourselves.
yeah, and that was a lot of space to cover for just us two.
It really was. This place is so big. I went ahead and asked for some help. So Gina from 3 Girls in the Dark is gonna come
Oh,
join us.
good.
And Monique and April and Maddie Lassiter are gonna
Nice.
come join us. They've been to a
Cool.
ton of our events. They've never really investigated with us. I thought,
Yeah.
man, this would be a great place to have them come and help us cover this giant place.
That sounds good. Well, how about we head over to Mineral Springs Mall, kind of meet up with everybody, figure out where everyone's going to be investigating, what the plan is, and then go from there.
That sounds good.
Perfect. All right, let's go.
Seated in the haunted town of Alton, Illinois, lies its oldest historical building, the Mineral Springs Mall. Originally planned as a meatpacking facility, the Lure brothers opened the building in 1914 as a hotel after discovering a mineral spring during excavation. The hotel was known for the state's largest swimming pool, Turkish baths and spa services, and bottled water from the mineral spring offering healing properties. The hotel was a growing success until the 1970s when it fell into disrepair, closing its doors to be renovated and reopened as the Mineral Springs Mall.
So people came here from all walks of life. People came here to bathe in the Mineral Springs water to find health. They came here to canoodle around in the pool, the men's pool and the main pool, perhaps to meet someone from out of town for who knows what. People brought their children here. Traveling in the 1920s and 30s was fundamentally different than it was today.
The hotel witnessed its share of tragedies over the years, from the art dealer ending his life in a booth of the hotel bar to multiple drownings in the large, luxurious pool. Perhaps one of the most tragic stories is that of Pearl. A victim of domestic abuse, Pearl left her husband, reserving a room on the second floor of the hotel. Believing she had no other escape from the abuse, Pearl eventually ended her life. Those who visit the once boastful hotel have witnessed its guests still roaming throughout the building. In the sub-basement, shadow figures have been seen around the remnants of the old mineral spring well, known to intimidate or even physically attack anyone who visits.
I've seen shadows moving across different areas. I've seen things peeking in the room.
One night I was in the sub basement and I was with a group about 10 people. We had 3 or 4 people in my group swear that they saw a shadow figure darting behind some of the poles down there. And I did see it once where it looked like it was tall and it came out and it went around one of the other poles.
I lead tours here in the building, both Friday and Saturday night. And I had a group of about 20 people or so in the sub-basement. And we kept hearing sounds like heavy footsteps going through snow. So I told everyone to stay where they were in the sub-basement, the slaughterhouse as it's sometimes called. And I would go out to the hallway to investigate. And when I walked out to the hallway and I looked to my left, there was a small ball of light. And I can't tell you how much time elapsed. It couldn't have been more than a second or two. But that ball exploded to about 6 to 8 feet tall and then flew down the hall and hit me.
Throughout the building, sounds of children are heard running and playing in the halls.
We get a lot of spirits of children. You'll hear little footsteps, like the stereotypical pitter-patter of little feet. I hate saying it that way, but there's no other way to describe it. You'll get a lot of laughing, a lot of giggling.
Although many parts of this building have been renovated, the second floor still holds pieces of the old hotel and perhaps the spirit of Pearl's abuser, making it the most active and intense of its hauntings.
One night I was given a tour. I brought my group up to the second floor apartments. We started getting these like little hints of voices on the EVPs. And it was such like a soft voice, and the responses didn't make any sense to the questions that we were asking. But as we spent more time in here, we noticed that the words themselves as a collective started to become sort of a story. And what we had put together was that there was a female that had been violently assaulted in this room. We started having that conversation of us kind of going off on anyone who would take part in those type of activities. The energy in the room completely changed. It became very heavy. We heard footsteps come down the hall. Everything stopped. It was a very weird experience in the sense of that it felt like somebody was trying to tell us their story and someone heard it and they came and they shut it down.
We had a few of the females in there. I was in there as well, and we started having a session, and we started getting a female to come through. It was very sad and almost traumatizing things coming through there. Well, then one of the males started coming towards us out in the hallway, and it immediately said, "Go away, unsafe, get them away from here." So we had to have him leave the area because whoever was talking to us immediately stopped talking. So we yelled out to them and said, "Hey, go out of the area," and she immediately started talking again. But then we tested it, had another guy come up, and she said she was saying the same things of like danger, evil, and we had to have them leave again.
Who knows what spirits we'll encounter on this investigation? Apex is just excited to be back at this majestic location and to help continue unraveling the mystery of who haunts the Mineral Springs Hotel. To begin our investigation, we head up to the second floor finished apartments where Gina had her experience with the spirit of an abusive male.
All right, so first session, we are up here on the second floor in the finished apartment side of the building. So we heard from the owner today that there's been some stories that people are feeling some kind of energy rushing towards them, like kind of territorial up here in this area, maybe chasing them out. So I went ahead and placed our music box out there in the hallway, kind of pointing down towards the exit sign. So maybe if something was rushing down the hallway, we might catch it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and then I set other pieces of equipment just kind of sporadically, just in case anything else decides to pop up.
Immediately while setting up for the session, we catch a quick male EVP and our tripwire device going off.
What if I put it
Down here, down here, down here.
And I guess if we're right here, should we move the cat ball in the middle?
Oh.
All right.
Is there somebody here? Yeah? Well, thanks for coming.
Can you come closer? Oh, getting hits down here. It went blue and yellow in the middle. Can you make any of the other lights go off? All right. Can you come up closer? Can you make another one go light up?
Would you mind giving us a tour of your apartment? There's been a lot of work done in the last couple years. I would love it if you could show us around. I wonder if they would use that as like a yes and no format, because that's what it seems like.
It's worth a try.
So we're gonna try something out, because it seems like you're pretty comfortable with those lights. So we're gonna ask a couple questions. They're gonna be yes and no, and you can use the lights to answer those questions. So can you light it up for yes?
Is there anybody further down in the hallway that'd like to come up here? Is there somebody up here who doesn't like visitors? Can you come up here, come closer? Yeah.
Did you bring any other EMF devices?
I have Rem Pod in that room, MelMeter in this room. Do you want me to move one of them?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's EMF in the floor, like we need a K2 mel it and see.
Yeah, I can do
what's
that.
off the floor.
After I suggest trying to debunk our tripwire going off, we catch the following 2 male EVPs.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Battery's not dead, or the Rem Pod would.
So far, I have 0 all the way across. Yeah, it's 0. I'll even face it this way so that way you can see it. It's a good 86.1 degrees up here. But yeah, there's no EMF.
Oh, it just went off. Just flashed over there.
Do you think it could be heat related?
I don't think so. No, because those are EMF lights.
Maybe you don't like people up here in your area. Is this your home and we shouldn't be up here?
So, can anybody tell me who this gentleman is that we hear likes to rush up on people? So how many people were here when it was a hotel? I've heard that the first year it was open, there was over 3,000 people just within its first season. Pathetic.
Well, that wasn't very nice. God dang.
Jeez.
So this is a Friday night. This has to be an exciting getaway to come to the hotel and try out the pool. Maybe have a nice dinner down in what was it called? The Crystal Room?
The Crystal Ballroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would this have been a good getaway to come to and stay?
Did you get the opportunity to use the pool? We're going to be going to the pool a little bit later. If you want to come join us, we can have a couple of drinks around the poolside. Okay.
Is it a lady who's up here pushing people away, or is it a male?
Whoa.
All right. I'm guessing maybe
You asked that and it was full lit up.
It was bright.
all right. If it was a male, do it again.
I told her.
All right. So if it was a female,
She asked if it was a male, it lit up. She said light it up again if it's a male, and it just said I told her.
well, I need to be one more time. If it is a male that doesn't like people being up here and is chasing people off, can you light that up again?
Why don't you like anybody up here? Is it because you have secrets to hide that you don't want anybody to know about? Do you not like women up here?
At this point, Shannon asks about a potential brothel in the hotel, and we get a quick burst of activity before everything dies off. Did she expose a secret they didn't want anyone to know?
I mean, I heard at one point, the rumor that there was a brothel.
Pull it up back there.
Stop recording. Please listen.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh.
You're welcome.
With the activity dying off, we decide to end this session and send Jenny and Shannon, along with our friends Maddie and April, to the unfinished apartments where the spirit of Pearl is said to reside. Immediately, while setting up for their session, they begin to get activity from Pearl's apartment.
Let me move this out of the way so I don't murder anybody.
All right.
Holy fuck. Oh yeah, she's in there. Hey, Pearl. Hi.
Hi, can you give us just a second? Pearl, can you step back for a second? Thank you. Give us just 1 minute, okay?
Wanted to know if there's any kids. Are any of the kids up here with us?
You want to come out and play with us?
There's so many neat little things to touch and play with, and it won't hurt you. Oh, Pearl. Hi, Pearl. She really wants us to come in and sit down.
You want us to come in there and sit and talk to you?
Hey, Pearl. Hey, if you want us to come in and sit with you, can you let...
Hi, Pearl. Hi, Pearl. Can you guys come here to just talk and get to know you a little more?
Pearl, do you like when you have female visitors up here?
Pearl, is this your safe place? What was that?
Did anybody hear that?
Yeah.
Jenny?
I heard something that I don't know what
It was like a whimper.
It was a
It was
kid.
like a...
Uh-huh. That's what I heard earlier.
Pearl, was that you?
The hair is standing up on my legs.
The back of my, I've got a chill on the back of my
It just
back.
got really cold over here.
It got really,
I heard-
chills right now.
I heard it back here.
Are there any children up here with us?
So if we have the little kids in here, how about Jenny kicks the ball to you?
Yeah.
She can kick it to you, and then that way you can kick it back. Does that sound like a plan?
As the ladies begin asking questions about children's spirits, they catch a flurry of activity starting with these K2 hits.
Are you sitting here next to us? Okay, thank you.
Both of you.
Are you a little girl? A little girl.
Oh. Holy crap. So
So
That's going off. And
the motion light.
And then the this room.
all right, well, Pearl, I was saying that we had heard a little bit about your story today. And I'm so sorry you suffered for so long and you thought the best way out was to not be here anymore. That's really sad.
At this point, Jenny is trying to engage with Pearl again and catches this creepy EVP and a series of responses from our tripwire device.
Hope you feel safe here with us. Would you like to come in and have a seat by your chair or even light up some of our balls? Got lots of devices in here to be able to communicate with you.
Awesome. Good job. Now what's really cool is if you run up and down that strand, you'll end up with like 6 different colors.
While continuing to talk to Pearl, we catch 2 more EVPs, one sounding almost like a male singing and the other like a male saying shit.
We got our attention in here to come in here.
Can you come back in here, Pearl? And visit with us?
Wait. Wait.
I'm not sure exactly how you were feeling that night, but I'm guessing you might have felt like you were finally in control of some decisions in your life.
Holy crap. Do you see that? That was cool.
Pearl, I'm sure that night you finally felt in control of your life and were making decisions.
Okay, so I've got this chill again over here. Are you in the room with us right now? Are you standing in the hallway?
Did your wife stay in this hotel? I heard you weren't a very nice man.
George, is that you? Are you in the room with us?
You're not allowed to hurt Pearl anymore. It's not okay what you did to her and how crappy you treated her.
Whoa. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
My K2 just went off.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
going
huge
on.
energy spike.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, got the chills.
I did too.
Holy
big
shit.
time. Yeah.
That was a huge spike.
I think I just pissed him off. Like, we're up here to get to know whoever is up here. And for whatever reason, holy crap.
Well, the K2 went all the way up to
What
So
is
did
going
mine.
on? Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen it do that before.
George, is that you over there?
At this point, while trying to talk to George, the ladies get some very strong responses from the tripwire device. Pay attention to the lights in the background.
George, you beat Pearl so bad that you almost killed her.
Did you think it was okay?
Wow.
Wow. Well, it was not okay.
You're absolutely miserable, and you want to make someone else just as miserable to make you feel taller.
Wow.
Does it piss you off when you have a woman confront you? Oh. Do you not like that we're talking to Pearl? Oh, well, that was something different.
Pearl, you don't have to worry.
Those footsteps.
Pearl, you don't have to worry. Pearl, you don't have to worry.
After hearing these footsteps walking towards them, the ladies caught no further activity. We next send Jenny, Shannon, and myself down into the pool area, but we caught no activity except for the cat ball going off while setting up and one strange female moan coming from our spirit box.
Oh.
What? I mean, it wouldn't be me.
I mean,
And it's-
I had to
it's
really
it's
like
concrete.
mess with the ball to even get it to turn on the first time. So
Oh. Did you hear that?
mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
It sounded like having
some loving.
yeah. It's a honeymoon night.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, that's why we're not really getting
We're
anything.
not really getting much.
We next send our friends Monique and April down to the sub-basement to investigate, but again, they have no experiences and capture no activity, so we decide to focus our attention back to the second floor and send Monique and Gina up to the finished apartments to see what they could find.
The claims are right outside this door. A lady fell to her death on the steps. And then inside the rooms, the ones that I know about are, there have been evidence of a lady who was assaulted, and I have heard footsteps going down the hallway.
As I set the camera down to help set up equipment, we catch what sounds like a female trying to get our attention by saying hey twice.
Yeah.
Okay, I got this tracer thing. I'll put this in the hall. Tracer thing. I'll put this in the hall.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Last time I was in here, I felt like there was something trying to communicate with me through EVP. If you can talk into this little device I have in my hand, we would love to hear your story. I didn't feel like I got the full story last time I was in here. It had to do with assault and abuse.
As Gina mentions abuse, we catch this disembodied male growl.
I would love to. What was that?
Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
I did.
I would love to. What was that? Was that somebody's shoe?
I did.
No, but I heard a voice too.
I did.
What did you? I heard just like a squeak or something.
It was in that room.
Okay.
No, I heard a female voice out there.
I don't know your name, but I just wonder if you remember me, and if you do, please know that this is a safe space, and I invite you into the room with me, and I would love to share your story.
Is there anyone in this room? Are you the lady that was assaulted? Oh, thank you. You were?
That was the blue.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Is there anything we can do to make you feel safer? Is there anything preventing you from talking to us? I think we heard your voice earlier. You can try and talk again.
Is there something that we can do to help you?
You don't have to be afraid. If you need help, we are here to help you.
Are you the big bad that's hanging out in the hallway? Do you like to hit women? Or just your girlfriend that pisses you off?
As Gina begins goading the male abuser, we catch this creepy EVP.
Try and come back in the room. I heard that.
What was that?
I heard that.
What was that?
There's some shit going out in that hallway.
That was out in this hall.
Yeah, I heard that.
With activity going crazy in the hall, I decide to try a new tactic, and we catch this mind-blowing EVP.
I know there's a lot of contamination from the street outside, but I've definitely heard things inside.
Yeah.
I did too.
You can tell.
Yeah.
You were here. Hey, did she get what she deserved? Why that felt gross. Why that felt gross.
Did you like bullying women?
Did your dad beat you when you were a kid?
Gina asks to switch spots with me, and we catch another male EVP that seems to say wrong way.
What do you think about switching spots with me and maybe filming the hallway? See if you can get anything on camera that starts to manifest or something.
Can you scooch this way and be?
Sure.
I'll survive.
Immediately after switching spots, our ghost box asks for Ed, our teammate who couldn't make it to this investigation, and our attention is drawn to the hallway when I see a shadow figure, and our paranormal puck device is alarming that it's detecting EMF and motion.
Okay.
Ed?
Ed?
Ed's not here. It's out there.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Okay, that song was EMF. The dun 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 dun.
Present.
That's motion.
Here, take your camera.
That's motion, and the first song was motion. Look, it is not me. But I came out here, you heard that sucker go several times. That's motion. Then that second song is EMF. What the fuck?
Who's with us?
Oh, by the way, here's what I saw. It looked like a freaking black arm.
I told you some black stuff was like manifesting.
But here's what's...
We know you're here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's
black
okay.
arm,
Uh-huh.
low, like almost to the ground.
That's where I was seeing it.
Oh my gosh, it just went all the way to red.
Okay, it went all the way, it looked like it was coming in and reaching towards you guys, and then it snapped back.
Did it snap back when you shot up?
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't like males.
Like it looked like it was coming, it came in around the door and was reaching towards you guys, and I sat up and was like, what the? And it shot back out the door.
Was that you trying to get us?
You guys step out into the hall and see if it... No, you're moving around, it's not going off.
We know you're in here. Ah, you're lighting up my K2 meter. Can you go to red? Come on.
Look how close she's getting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
okay, don't move. Let's see, maybe it's the IR light. Not the IR light. Is it me being taller? No, look at this. Okay, I'm tripping, y'all.
All right, so if you're trying to reach around corners and get us, what do you want to do? Tap us, or are you trying to hurt us? Do you want to get me? Or do you want all of us?
You want a piece of me?
Oh, thank you.
That gave me goosebumps. That was a big one.
So you want Elijah, huh?
Because he's the man in the room.
Can I just point out, I am, halfway closer?
And it's not going off.
It's not going off.
We suspect we're talking to the spirit of an abusive male, and then we catch these two male EVPs.
Oh, something touched my arm. Oh my God. Something touched my arm.
What is it, like a hand?
Let me just make sure, hold on. Let me just make sure that wasn't my... Oh, I was making sure it wasn't my cord, and that's not what it felt like. Hey, I'm gonna do this to you. This is what I felt. Okay, I just checked. It's not my cord. That's not what I felt.
Okay.
But what I felt was like that.
Oh.
Are you trying to be touchy-feely?
Whoa.
Oh, you're wanting to be touchy-feely with Gina?
Is your phone on?
No,
It's on airplane.
it's on airplane mode.
Look at that. What is doing that?
Holy cow.
Oh, Christ. I do not want my back to this.
Turn around. Let's go film that. Can I come join you? Or am I setting it off?
You shouldn't be setting them off. Oh, that's the EMF sound. Do you need to rock a little bit?
Sure.
Go forward and back. Look at that. Not us.
After the puck goes off again, something may have walked by on its way out because the activity died off. We next send Shannon, Jenny, and myself into the unfinished side of the second floor to see if we can make contact with Pearl.
I brought the puck. We'll set that up in Pearl's room probably.
Yeah.
I also brought the tracer, which has a line of motion activated lights. I'm thinking we set that down here in the dark hall and see if something comes walking out. And then maybe we kind of set up out here where we can catch both halls.
Yep. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah, I brought 2 motion sensor panels that I figure we could put facing out to the hall from a couple of the rooms. And then I also brought the quad.
Sweet.
Again, we immediately get activity while setting up with our puck device detecting motion from Pearl's room.
Why don't you cover that side and I'll...
Already?
That's motion that just went off. Sweet. If you're walking around back there, we put that little box in there that's just to let us know you're there. Just gonna play music. All right, guys, it's Shannon and Elijah. We came up here to try to visit with you. We mean you no harm. We're not here to make you leave. Nothing like that. We just want to visit. We want to become friends. We'd like to know who's living up here, and we'd like to know your story. We came all the way from Kansas City to see you, and we brought these little boxes and things as ways for us to communicate better. If you're back in that room, you walk around in there, that box will make noise. That's a way to talk to us. The little blue lights, if you go near that or touch that, it'll make noise. That's a way to talk to us.
Shortly after starting the session, we hear one of the most unnerving sounds we've heard in our investigation career.
We're also here to try to get some answers for... What the fuck is that? We're also here to try to get some answers for...
I really hope those were kids outside.
Oh my Christ. That's us, that's us, that's us.
Where? Oh, window, that room. I don't see any kids. I mean, those sounded like little kids.
Yeah, there's no way there's little kids out this time of night. What about that far side down there?
That was fucking clear as day.
Uh-huh.
And it sounded like there's maybe two at the very least.
There's nobody outside.
Holy shit. So you mean to tell me we audibly heard kids?
Dude, there's literally nobody outside. There's nobody outside. What?
Like, that was so fucking clear.
With like giggling.
Yeah.
There's legit nobody
Like,
outside.
my hair is standing up.
That was insane.
We've never gotten anything that audible up here before.
What was I saying? Oh, we're also up here to try to get answers for...
Yeah.
Is it Dave?
Yes. But we heard those noises down this way.
The kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, what was I talking about then? I was talking about this dude, some dude got punched up here. I was just trying to ask about somebody getting punched, and we hear kids laughing.
With our nerves on edge, our quad pod, which detects 5 different things, picks up on motion down the hall. Could this be the kids we just heard?
Holy Jesus.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
God, you made me jump.
That's the quad pod. Okay.
That's the temp, isn't it? Is that temp?
I don't know what that is. Oh my God, we just started.
I mean,
We haven't even got into it yet.
That whole kid is just, hearing kids creeps me out.
That was unnerving for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, we heard the little kids laughing.
Before we can even get started again, there's a loud thump and Shannon sees shadows down the hall where the children's voices came from.
It's in this room.
Are there little kids up here that want to play?
There's shadow movement into the hall. I just watched a shadow dart into that room to the left at the very end.
If there's some kids that want to play a game, we would love to play a game with you.
For the kids that were just laughing, do you mind coming back out into the hallway?
I'm getting goosey bumps up my leg. Here's what I'm thinking. Hear me out, okay? We've never had kids up here. I don't know that there's any reports of kids up here. There is a report of somebody being attacked, and there is a report of a darker, whatever, not a demon, but a darker, meaner entity.
I was like a more pissed off spirit.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Is that really kids? We heard kids, but is that really kids? Or is it mimicking? I mean, we've ran into that before. That was trippy.
I'm like still trying to process it.
Yeah, that was trippy.
Because I mean, we know kids came here. I mean, they took swim lessons.
There's reports of kids down by the pool. Why couldn't they come up here?
I'm a little unsettled by it, to be honest.
Excuse me. Yeah. You know, I'm a daddy. I like to play with my little kids. You want to come and play with me? I brought you some toys. Yo!
What? What?
I saw something move at the end of the hall. Short. It was short.
Yes. Yeah.
Like that, not the Malvern short. The Malvern short was like...
No. Like I saw like hip short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like kid size.
Yes.
Come on down, kiddo. We say you down there.
Shannon decides to try walking down the kids' hall when amazingly we catch another child's voice, this time sounding like it's crying.
You can come closer to us.
Okay, I'm going to kick this ball to you. If you want to kick it back to me. Okay, you ready?
There it was again. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? You ready?
That was a freaking kid's voice again. That sounded vocal to me.
That did not sound like a normal kid.
It had a little bit of to it.
Mm-hmm. Right
Go kick the ball, homie.
after I said, if I kick the ball, you can kick it back to me.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. For fuck's sake.
I'm getting goosebumps up my arms again. Why are you running?
Dude, I am like...
Did it just move?
It moved a little bit, but it was just settling in place.
Go ahead, kick that ball back to us. We're the only adults here. We can play in these halls. Play some soccer. Okay, this is weird. I'm getting like chills, goosebumpy up my arms. And it's hot as balls up here.
Mm-hmm.
As we try to get the children's spirits to interact with us, our motion lights down the hall where the voices came from activate twice.
You don't have to kick it. If you want, you can just kind of push it down.
That had to be me.
There's no way. Elijah,
It had to be me.
I was just at the quad and it didn't even go off.
What is happening? Okay, I'll wait till it goes off and then I'll walk down there again. Hey, oh. That is not us.
See, I told
Okay,
you.
that was definitely not us. We are too far away. Are you in that room? That light's kind of fun to play with, isn't it? You push that ball back down to me. Roll it. Kick it.
At this point, all hell broke loose, but our cameras and audio stopped working and had to be reset so we didn't capture it. Once we got them working again, we started discussing what had just happened, and our motion light activates yet again.
Yeah, are we standing too close to each
Oh.
other?
There's movement above us.
Well, right before you said something about static, there was super loud footsteps down there. What was that?
I'm sorry, I'm on edge. It was.
What was that?
That was me against the wall.
Oh. There were super loud, okay, sequence time. Do-do-do-do. Super loud footsteps down that hall coming towards us.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was like a loud shaking sound.
Mm-hmm.
Then you were hearing stuff back here.
It was a lot of movement back here.
A lot of movement back here. And then she freaked out hearing static all of a
I
sudden.
mean, it was loud static. And then while you were trying to figure that out, there was movement up here.
It sounded like walking above us.
Yeah.
I reset it and now it's working fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think
we found our hotspot.
We just ended up with like such a huge burst of energy. It probably fucked with the mics.
Okay, hey, sorry about that. We heard some noises and it startled us.
Usually when we're up here, it's pretty quiet, so we're not used to hearing this much movement from you guys.
Let's keep it going. Come on out. Roll that ball back to us so we can play catch with it.
Once again, we get another big burst of energy where we hear and capture footsteps walking down the hall towards us, along with 2 male voices and 1 female voice.
That's footsteps. That's not, it almost sounds, that's not above us. That's in this room. The acoustics, I think, is what makes it sound like it's above us, but it's in this room. You hear that?
Oh.
Where was that?
Ooh.
Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little freaked out right now. And this is the first time tonight that it feels. You know what I'm saying?
Well, any other time we've been up here, it's usually been windy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time where it's been still.
It sounds like you guys are kind of far away from us. We'd love it if you got closer. And that light has not gone off again.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
After the man tells us he made it down to the room, all activity seemed to cease. It was getting late anyway, so we decided to pack it up and call it a night. Once again, the Mineral Springs Hotel did not disappoint with a plethora of activity happening on this investigation. Did we interact with the spirit of Pearl's husband, George?
George, you beat Pearl so bad that you almost killed her.
Or could we have encountered another male entity that possibly assaulted and murdered a woman named Rosie? Was this Rosie or another victim of domestic abuse?
Are you the lady that was assaulted? Oh, thank you.
And who were the creepy children's voices we kept hearing on the second floor? With so much activity in one building, we may not be much closer to knowing the truth behind the hauntings here, but one thing is for certain, Apex cannot wait to get back there and investigate again.
Fantastic.